cause number 2020-04673 in the interest of Ethan Edward Favors. Please raise your right hand to be sworn, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
So help me God.
All right. Please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Jessica Marie Ajaga. I am Ethan Edward James Favors' mother.
And for the state?
Angela Jeffries, Your Honor.
Court will note that the non-custodial parent is Nathan James Favors. Mr. Favors was served on March 25th. At 8:27 p.m. at 10919 Gulf Freeway, apartment 4109 in Houston, Harris County, Texas. Further, he appeared in court June 9th, 2020 and signed a reset date for this hearing that was set today. He was further given notice of a Zoom hearing, this particular hearing, by certified mail. And it was delivered it's actually unclaimed, is that right?
That's correct, Your Honor.
It was sent to an address of 219 Leon Street, apartment 20 in Broussard, Louisiana. That's a different address than what we have on the original return of service. Where do we obtain that address?
I think when he came to court, Your Honor, we updated his address to show that he, in between our filing, moved to Broussard, Louisiana. So my understanding is we got that address from the non-custodial parent.
All right, so we'll proceed by default.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
The state calls Jessica Marie Ajaga. Miss Ajaga, please state your full name for the record, ma'am.
Jessica Marie Ajaga.
Okay. And who are you the mother of?
Ethan Edward James Favors.
Okay. And how old is Ethan?
Ethan is 10 months.
Okay. And who do you allege the father of Ethan Edward James Favors to be?
It's going to be Nathan James Favors.
Okay. Is there any other possibility that anyone else could biologically be the father of this child?
No, ma'am.
Were you intimate around the time that this child was conceived with anybody else?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so you asking this court to find that Mr. Favors is the father of this child?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you believe that you can co-parent with Mr. Favors at this time?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and why do you think that you cannot co-parent with him?
I found out some very interesting things about Mr. Favors, that he likes to go to sex homes, that he pays men for sex, and that he's also made controversial statements and inappropriate statements about my child, such as he don't feel comfortable changing his diaper. He's told my friend that he wants her to give him fellatio when he turns 13, and also that my son is going to sleep with me and his father once he gets older.
Okay. Have there been any issues between you and the non-custodial parent where the police have been called in the last 2 years?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Has there been any family violence between you and the non-custodial parent?
Yes, ma'am. He has been violent to me on several occasions, especially when he's been drinking alcohol. He has an alcohol problem.
And so when did that incident of violence occur?
That incident happened around May 26th, which I do have recorded.
Okay. And so you are asking this court to appoint you as the sole management servitor of this child, correct?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
As far as the geo restriction, you are aware that Mr. Favors now lives in Louisiana. So you are asking this court to remove the geographical restriction, correct?
Yes.
Okay. How is the child covered under health insurance at this time?
He is receiving Medicaid.
And so just going back to the family violence, you were asking this court to find for family violence in this case, but I'm sorry, you can answer that for me.
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Okay. And so when was the last time Mr. Favors visited with his son?
It was around April or March.
Okay. And so was he, during the visit, was it unsupervised?
It was not unsupervised, no ma'am.
And how long was that visit?
That we actually stayed overnight. We had been staying overnight.
Okay. And so are you asking this court to order supervised visitation in this case
Exactly. Yes, ma'am. Please.
via the domestic relations office, correct?
That is correct.
And why are you asking this court to order supervised visitation via the DRO in this case?
Because I have safety concerns for my child when it comes to his father.
Okay. Can you elaborate just a little bit more on what those
Um,
safety concerns might be?
I have safety concerns that his father might try to take him from the state. I have safety concerns that he might be sexually abused by his father or someone that's going to be around his father or even his family because he was previously, his brother and his sister was previously sexually assaulted by a family member and the mom did nothing. So I would say that that's one of the reasons, alcohol and sexual, yes. And the abuse, physical.
Um, are you aware if Mr. Favors has a job?
I'm not aware at the moment, no ma'am.
Okay. Are you aware that he has any other children under 18?
No ma'am.
Okay. Um, are you asking this court to base child support on the unemployment benefits that Mr. Favors receives? Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And so are you asking this court to set child support at $371 per month beginning October 1st of 2020, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
All right. And you're asking this court to set a cash medical for $100 beginning October 1st to cover the government health insurance. Is that correct?
Yes, please.
Okay. As far as retro, has Mr. Favors ever provided you support for this child?
No, no, yes, ma'am. He has provided some support, $50 here, $50 there, but no more than $200.
Okay. And so has he ever been incarcerated since this child has been born?
Not that I know of. I'm not sure.
Okay. And so are you asking this court to enter a retro judgment against Mr. Favors?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Okay. And have you and Mr. Favors ever resided in the same household in the 10 months or since this child has been born, should I say?
Yes, ma'am.
How long did you reside together?
1 month.
Okay, so you're asking this court to enter a child support judgment in the amount of $4,081, and that he make a payment of $75 per month beginning October 1st. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And finally, are you asking this court to not disclose your address, correct?
That is correct.
And why are you asking this court to not disclose your address?
For safety of my child and myself.
Okay. And lastly, Your Honor, I have nothing further for this witness.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Ms. Ajaga, please hold for 1 minute until
Okay.
they stop the recording.
Okay.